Hello everyone, and welcome to our latest weather update. Thanks for joining me as we turn our attention to the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, where the weather is anything but calm right now. Today, we're focusing on a dramatic situation unfolding across the Atlantic, where not one, but two major storm systems are currently brewing and capturing the attention of meteorologists worldwide. Our team of meteorologists is closely monitoring the development of Tropical Storm Jerry, as well as a large and powerful coastal storm that's churning just off the US and Canadian East Coast, threatening to bring rough seas and strong winds to those shorelines. What makes this situation especially interesting is that these two systems are on a projected path that could see them merge over the North Atlantic in the coming days, creating a rare and potentially dangerous weather event. Tropical Storm Jerry is currently gathering strength in the warm, moisture-rich tropics, feeding off the energy of the ocean and showing signs of intensification as it moves northward. Meanwhile, the coastal system is a powerful low-pressure area, more typical of the intense winter storms that batter the North Atlantic, bringing with it cold air and turbulent weather. The big question on everyone's mind is, what happens when these two very different storms meet out at sea? High-altitude winds, known as the jet stream, are steering both storms eastward, possibly setting up a dramatic merger that could have far-reaching consequences for weather patterns across the Atlantic and beyond. When storms like these combine, they can create a much larger, more complex extratropical cyclone, capable of producing extremely strong winds, dangerous seas, and widespread disruption to shipping and coastal communities. Heavy rain is also a major concern, as the merged system could dump significant amounts of precipitation over a wide area, increasing the risk of flooding both at sea and along vulnerable coastlines. Forecast maps from multiple weather agencies now show the two systems drawing closer together, with their paths converging in the central North Atlantic. Atmospheric conditions are becoming increasingly favorable for these storms to phase into a single dominant system, one that could be much more powerful than either storm alone. That's why we're giving Western Europe an early heads up. Something significant could be developing far out at sea, and it's important to stay informed as the situation evolves. If current models hold, the impacts could be felt in about a week, with the potential for strong winds, heavy rain, and even coastal flooding in parts of Ireland, the UK, and Western Europe. We'll be monitoring this evolving situation closely, bringing you the latest updates and expert analysis as new data comes in. Stay tuned, and make sure you're prepared for whatever the Atlantic has in store. How do two big storms like Jerry and the coastal low join together? It's a question that fascinates meteorologists and storm watchers alike, because when two powerful weather systems meet, the results can be extraordinary. Meteorologists call it a phasing event. This is when two separate storms synchronize their movements and energy, setting the stage for a dramatic merger. Picture two dancers on the Atlantic dance floor, drawn together by the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air guiding both storms toward Europe. The jet stream acts like a cosmic conductor, orchestrating their paths and pulling them closer with invisible threads of wind. The coastal low moves out first, leaving behind a trough, a dip in the atmosphere that acts like a channel, inviting the next storm to follow. This trough is crucial, as it helps set the stage for the two systems to interact. Jerry follows, losing its tropical traits as it moves over colder waters, transforming into an extratropical storm. This transformation is dramatic. Jerry sheds its warm core and becomes more like a classic North Atlantic cyclone, ready to merge. As Jerry enters the trough, the two systems merge, combining their energy into a single, much larger storm. This process can rapidly intensify the new system, making it far more powerful than either storm alone. This hybrid system packs the moisture and spin of a tropical storm with the size and structure of a mid-latitude cyclone. The result is a storm that can span hundreds of miles, with fierce winds and heavy rain. Such mergers often bring Europe its most significant autumn and winter storms, unleashing powerful winds, torrential rain, and even flooding along the coastlines. The current setup is especially favorable for a powerful, well-organized storm. All the ingredients are coming together for a potentially historic event. That's why we're watching this atmospheric dance so closely, because when two become one, the weather can change in ways that are both beautiful and dangerous. So, when could this major storm reach Europe? That's the question on everyone's mind as we watch the skies and monitor the latest data. Timing is everything when it comes to preparing for a storm of this magnitude, and understanding the forecast window is crucial for both safety and planning. Based on the latest computer models and meteorological analysis, we're looking at a potential arrival in about 8 to 10 days from now. These models are updated frequently, but right now, that's our best estimate. That puts the arrival window between Sunday, October 19th and Tuesday, October 21st. Marking these dates is important, as it gives us a clear time frame to watch for changes and prepare accordingly. The storm's journey across the Atlantic will take several days, evolving and potentially gaining strength as it moves. As it travels, forecasters will be watching for any shifts in its path or intensity. The critical phase is expected early next week, when two separate weather systems are forecast to merge into one powerful storm. This merging process can rapidly intensify the system, making it even more important to stay alert. Once combined, the storm will accelerate toward Europe. Wonto is steered by the powerful jet stream. This high-altitude wind current acts like a conveyor belt, pushing the storm quickly toward land. Effects could be felt even before the storm's center arrives. Strong winds and high waves may start building along western coasts a day or two in advance. Coastal areas should be especially vigilant for early signs of rough weather. This advance notice gives everyone valuable time to prepare. Whether that means securing property, checking emergency supplies, or making travel adjustments. Early action can make a big difference. Thanks to modern forecasting technology, we can track the storm's progress every step of the way, monitoring changes in real time and updating predictions as new data comes in. We'll keep refining the timeline and details as the storm approaches, ensuring you have the most accurate and up-to-date information possible. Keep checking back for updates as we get closer to the crucial period. Staying informed is the best way to stay safe and ready for whatever this storm may bring. Forecasting the exact track of a storm this far out is tricky. The American GFS model shows the storm tracking further south, threatening Portugal, Spain, and France. The European ECMWF model suggests a more northerly path, with Ireland and the UK in the firing line. The Azores, however, are at high risk no matter which model is right. The storm is likely to pass near or over these islands. Small atmospheric changes could shift the storm's path north or south, making a big difference in who's most affected. As the models converge, we'll get a clearer picture. For now, everyone from Portugal to Ireland should stay alert. Awareness and readiness are key across Western Europe. When a storm of this size hits, expect powerful winds and heavy rain. Sustained winds could reach 80 km/h, 50 mph, with gusts up to 110 km/h, 70 mph, or higher along exposed coasts. These winds can damage buildings, topple trees, and cause power outages. The storm will also bring intense rainfall, raising the risk of flooding, especially in low-lying areas. Saturated ground and strong winds increase the chance of uprooted trees and travel disruption. Coastal areas face rough seas, large waves, and possible storm surge, leading to erosion and flooding. It's vital to stay away from the coast during the storm's peak. Widespread disruption to travel and infrastructure is likely. Plan ahead and avoid non-essential travel. Knowing what to expect is the first step to staying safe. To understand this storm, we need to look at the bigger Atlantic weather pattern. A persistent high-pressure system near the Azores has been steering storms north and east, away from the Caribbean and toward Europe. This storm highway has made Europe's season unusually active for tropical remnants. Normally, Europe sees 2 to 5 tropical systems per season. This year, we've already had several. The Atlantic hurricane season is getting more active, with storms holding strength further north and later into autumn. Warm ocean waters are fueling this trend. Jerry's journey north, guided by the high-pressure system and jet stream, is a textbook example. This large-scale pattern is driving the current storm threat. It's a reminder of how interconnected our weather systems are. Europe's weather is being shaped by events thousands of miles away. Before the storm arrives, let's look at Europe's current weather. Much of Central Europe is calm, with high pressure bringing dry, settled conditions to countries like Germany, Poland, Austria, and Italy. The Netherlands and Belgium are also quiet, truly the calm before the storm. Scandinavia, especially Norway, is seeing heavy rain and high seas. causing coastal disruption. Eastern Spain is dealing with thunderstorms and local flooding, while parts of Eastern Europe face significant rainfall. The UK and Ireland are relatively quiet for now, with only light rain in the north. This is a good window to make preparations before severe weather arrives. Europe's weather is varied, but the big story is the developing Atlantic storm. Calm conditions will soon give way to a much more dramatic picture. The incoming system could dominate Western Europe's weather next week. To appreciate this storm, let's put it in context with the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. We're deep into a very active season, with several storms already impacting both the Americas and Europe. Notable storms include Hurricane Umberto, Tropical Storm Alda, and Hurricane Gabriel, which hit the Azores hard. Hurricane Amy's remnants brought damaging winds to Norway and Denmark. The current storm, Jerry, is following a now familiar path toward Europe. With warm ocean waters and weeks left in the season, more storms are likely. This isn't an isolated event, it's part of a persistent, energetic pattern. The atmosphere's memory means Jerry's track is no surprise, and the risk to Europe is real. With a powerful storm possible, now's the time to prepare. Secure loose outdoor items, garden furniture, bins and plants, to prevent them becoming hazards. Assemble a simple storm kit, torches, batteries, a battery-powered radio, water, non-perishable food, and a first aid kit. Charge your phone and have a power bank ready. Stay informed, follow updates from your National Weather Service and local authorities. If advised to stay indoors or avoid travel, take it seriously. Stay away from windows, and above all, the coast during the storm. Check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors before the storm hits. Community spirit and preparation make a big difference. We can't stop the weather, but we can be ready. Stay safe and stay informed.